I guess since Riot announced, well, yeah, I guess it was a Riot announcement. It was via Twitter, but still. I guess since they announced that Funnel is getting nerfed in patch 10.6, that they're gonna try to get some more Funnel games in. So we got a Funnel Taric E on blue side. It is a Taric jungle. It's a Master E, apparently top lane, or is that the mid lane? It's hard to tell. But here's the thing with Funnel. it could go one of two ways in the solo queue environment. Either the Funnel is a duel and they know exactly what they're doing. They super feed Master E very early and he takes over the game and just crushes essentially a 1v5, or I guess in this case a 2v5, and then they just win. And then the enemy team complains about it, writes a post on Reddit, and it gets like 100 upvotes. Or the more, probably a slightly more likely scenario, these two are just solo queues that have no idea what they're doing, and Taric ends up either not supporting the E or taking a lot more farm for himself, and the Funnel falls on his face, or the E just starts randomly feeding, despite the fact that he has a personal babysitter. Either one of these two situations could come. Maybe sometimes even both. It is, after all, a realm where everything is unpredictable. So, we're gonna see how this comp ends. It will either end in flames or confetti. It's gonna be a pretty standard start though. Master E is camping topside. It is Taric jungle. Is he actually gonna Funnel here actually? Why is he starting so far away from the E? Don't you want to be pouring stuff into him as soon as the game starts? I have never personally played a Funnel comp as either of the two. I was invited to, but I don't think that plan ever came through. Or it might have come through once, and like we didn't even need to Funnel, or that game just wasn't lasting long enough. But I've never had strong memories of being a part of a Funnel comp. I really can't speak as to how it should be properly done, because I'm totally uneducated on the subject. I see it as much more of a cheese strat that has a very high potential to just kind of collapse on itself anyway. As you can tell, I'm not too big of a fan of Funnel strats. Or I guess this is option 3, where you don't Funnel at all. And this is just coincidentally a Master E top and Taric jungle, because what are the odds of that? But when you see those two champions on the same team, nowadays you just automatically assume it's Funnel. But is it though? It's just like the X-File scene playing in the background, or is it? The rest of the matchups were pretty standard. We got an Annie mid against Fizz mid. We have Ezreal Malphite against Varus Bard. Pretty standard picks all around. Top lane is a Mordekaiser. Oh, he's just gonna die to first blood. Excellent dodge on the call. That's gonna kill him. Oh, it's still gonna kill him anyway. The tower heated up. 1 for 1, despite the good claw dodge. However, Master E comes out slightly ahead with the first blood. He does die, and he's gonna have to walk back to lane. He doesn't have teleport, and the wave is currently favoring Mordekaiser. So walking back with a CS deficit, probably not in his favor. And now we're just gonna wait. I'm so interested what the Taric does. Oh, okay. So it appears that the Funnel has actually started now. Master E is gonna come here and start donating resources. Start getting resources donated to him. Maybe. Okay, Taric is tailing him now. He finishes first clear, and now the Funnel begins proper. This Mordekaiser is about to... Oh, never mind. Spoke too soon. They just split from each other again. I was so excited when I saw Master E and Taric come together. It's like watching a romantic movie and you see the main guy and the main girl get together, and then they immediately split up. Apparently this is the worst movie of all time. What is the worst movie of all time? It's always like The Room or something, but it's gotta be worse than that, right? Because there's technically like lowest grossing film of all time, which was like Physics Road or something. Oh, Taric is gonna die here. There's a mid roam, and Fizz is gonna match it. Straiko will die. Annie claims the double buff, so now she has to hold on to it before Fizz kills her. Ignite goes down. Annie is dropping super low. She pops Molten Shield for some health, but it's not gonna be enough. Ezreal tries to come over for an assist. He doesn't get it. Varus has to go back as well, and Fizz has made his way into mid lane. The triumphant one. He flashes under, gets an easy Urchin Strike double kill for the Fizz. Varus drops as well. Interesting sequence of events there. Taric gets caught out in the river and dies. And the blue buff ultimately, well, the double buff I suppose, ultimately got transferred onto the Fizz. Not encouraging for the Annie. Fizz can beat Annie quite easily, especially when you get ahead like this. Playful Trickster is actually... It sounds hard because all of Annie's spells are well, Annie's primary 2 stun spells she likes to throw out, which is her W, as well as her ultimate, are both instant cast, but it's easier than you think to juke it out with Playful Trickster, just because Fizz can very easily force Annie into a position where she has to counter with Tibbers or counter with a stun, and in that case, he can just Playful Trickster and just completely negate it. Oh, yeah, there's so much damage coming down. He has double buffs too. He can just bully this lane out. He took more than half of Annie's health. And he can force the issue here. Once he forces the issue, Annie has to play defensive. She's forced to play in a very predictable manner. It's like almost every Annie player will drop their skills at the exact same time, on the exact same reaction. And it's very easy for Fizz to read her like a book. She's got a very simple kit, so she has a very clearly outlined set of strengths and weaknesses and how to outplay around it. And when she's behind, there's very little she can actually do. Because her game plan is always very simple. You get strong, you drop Tibbers, and you erase someone. But what if you can't do that? Then it gets kind of rough from there. Once you have to start using your kit for defensive purposes, your effectiveness gets reduced by a pretty significant margin. Red team is going to go for the dragon here. They're going to get Cloud Drake. Next Drake up is going to be Mountain, but right now they do have the gold lead. Now everybody on blue team, with the exception of the bot lane, which has gone pretty well until Fizz came along, is suffering quite a bit in the CS department, from almost tied to quite behind. Master E hasn't actually bought anything since that first blood. He went back for Thorin's Blade number 2 and he's just sat on it ever since. He hasn't been able to farm that effectively either, because 7 minutes in you're getting out-farmed by your jungler. It's not a very positive outlook here. We just have to see where this game leads them. Because I'm so surprised that they did this, like they picked this comp and then didn't play Funnel. As if Taric jungle was like a legit thing that you can run. And same thing with Master E top really, but speaking of Master E top, he's gonna try something here. He does get a solo kill in the Death Realm, and now he has to get out, but now there's a Fizz on his tail. He gets the counter kill. Killing spree here. Bard gets that kill onto the Ezreal, and he gets clapped back immediately by the Malphite. Overall, 1-for-1 trades around the map. 2-for-2. 1 death to top and bot each for both sides. The Master E has demonstrated that he can definitely beat Mord in a 1v1 setting. But it's coming at a great cost to him too. It's actually, like, these kills he's getting are very costly. It's not like he gets a kill and then he can snowball his lane further. It's always been traded with 1 death back. And for Master E, death are slightly more punishing than Mord. Mord has the teleport. Granted, he can't teleport here, but every time E has died, the wave has not been in the position that favors him. It's either always been overdives or in the position where his minion waves just gets frozen. And you can see that reflected here. Granted, Mordekaiser is not picking up a ton of CS either, but Master E is currently the lowest CS on his team, and we're not counting the support in that equation, of course. That's not what you want to see from a top laner, who generally should be at least out farming one other lane, because it's not a difficult lane to acquire farm in. And he's not even losing this lane. Like, normally when you're falling behind in CS, you just naturally assume, oh, maybe you're behind in lane. But I don't think this Master E is necessarily behind. in the lane position. He's definitely behind income-wise. Like, that's always been true. Oh, what's that solo all doing? There's no way he gets this kill. He actually gets dragged into the box, and now he flashes after the Mordekaiser, but he doesn't get it. Shaco picks up 2 kills there. 2 for nothing. That's gotta be painful. Well, I'm wondering what's their incentive here. If you're not doing funnel, which we're pretty sure they're not doing it by this point, why run Master E top? I mean, if you're funneling, shouldn't you run your E jungle and Taric mid or something? Like, why do this configuration? What is the appeal about E top with Ignite over like a Fiora or something? And what is the intention of doing a Taric jungle with Glacial Augment? What exactly are you making out of Glacial Augment? Because for Taric, that keystone contributes so little. Oh wait, enough about that. This might be a turn. They actually trade 1 for 1. Tibbers claps down the Fizz. And he gets a very lucky kill there. She actually desperately needs it. If he just dropped dead, Fizz could start going out of control. And that's a very valuable shutdown picked up on the Annie as well. I wonder if this is one of those rare circumstances where you look at the jungler's keystone and you just wonder, you know, I don't think Augment is that useful on a Taric. Is this a game where even something like Omni Stone will be better? What if the Taric took Omni Stone? At least he can like randomly get Predator or something. Getting Predator like 1/10 of the time is probably better than just constantly having Augment. If you're desperately running Inspiration Tree. Interesting process here. Oh, and he's gonna get jumped down again by the Fizz. Red team is actually so ahead right now. The only lane that's even considered to be losing right now for them is their bot lane. But that can be very easily turned, because the jungler can just focus all his attentions there, and they're just ripping plays away. Oh my god, that's obscene. Blue team's lost so many plays. How do you recover from this? Like, well, bot lane can recover from this, but how do you recover from this on the rest of the map? How does a Master E come back from this situation when he's behind? E has one of those kits where it's all damage. Like, 100% of his kit is damage. Or at least self-serving utility. He has nothing that he can provide to a team. He just has one of those kits where every ability is entirely self-serving. Even his damage skills don't provide utility. None of his skills really stun. None of his skills even apply slows. His meditate makes him tankier and only him. And if a kid like that falls behind, you're just useless because you provide nothing of value to the rest of your team. And right now, he is decidedly quite behind. Taric finally comes up 12.5 minutes in. Oh, he does get founded by the Fizz. Fizz is just going to sit on him. Oh, Master E actually queues in because the teleport is coming. Is it going to be enough? Annie is here. Can she drop the Tibbers in time? The stun does land and he does die to the Master E. Master E picks up kill number 4. Very valuable kills here. He desperately needs these because he sure as hell ain't getting farmed. He just needs to get fed. But getting fed here comes with such a huge asterisk. Oh my god! That's incredible. Well, first of all, beautiful arrow by the Varus. That was a sick Dragon Steel. Taking it from underneath red team's noses because Shaco didn't have smite. But what was that damage? Dragon was like 400 something. Was that W empowered? That had to be W empowered. That was like a 430 something health dragon. I didn't see its exact health value before it got frozen by Bard, but the first number was definitely the 4. So that was an extremely lucky arrow there. If it even passed through Shaco, I think the damage reduction from passing through a target would have made it not secure the Drake. Brilliantly timed too, right after Stasis wore off. I'm tempted to go back and replay it, but it's gonna kind of mess with the live feed. And right now the ships is already sailed. It's already gone a bit too far back. I wonder how much damage she actually does to the Drake to steal it there. Oh, but meanwhile, I've actually kept the... Okay, that warrants a rewind. I've actually kept the camera on the national hero here. Stealing that Drake. I didn't really keep it back on directed camera, so we're gonna get to see this dive. Oh, well, it was way easier than I ever anticipated. So Fizz is just gonna get that kill. Very, very effortlessly. Oh, Varus gets grabbed as well. The Malphite does find that kill. Actually, let's rewind back a little bit more because the camera snapped away. So we're gonna replay this E death. Now we're gonna come back here. Varus does engage. Chain of Corruption. Oh, that's so much burst. Yeah, he's just dead. Oh, but Annie comes down. She does get the cleanup though. She gets that double kill. Very, very good double kill. Now we're just gonna speed this up back to live. Fizz is gonna come back in and start hitting the turret. Shaco claims his first tower. Fizz gets that kill onto the jungler. It played in fast motion, but it was still a decently slow kill actually. Okay, so he is committing to... Well, if he's committing to Glacial Augment, he should at least finish... I don't know, Iceborne? But Iceborne doesn't even proc Augment? So few items in the game actually proc the Rays of Frost. It has to be an active ability on an item that slows. So there's Twin Shadows obviously, and there's GLP obviously. Those are the two that everybody builds. They built both of them when going for Augment. Oh, never mind. Varus gonna get jumped on again. There's just no chance. Malphite does so much damage with that slam. Varus dies again. That's his 4th death of the game. But he does have the CS to make up for these deaths though. He is heavily out-farming the Ezreal. Oh, speaking of dying, we're gonna see that again on the Master E. Oh, not like this. He does die. Shaco 6, 1, and 2. Somebody ping missing up top, but here comes the Taric. Can he salvage the situation? Doesn't look like it. When you get so brutally out-jungled by a Shaco, you know that something has gone terribly wrong. You're being out-farmed and out-killed by him. That's a very late Cosmic Gradient as well. It's not even going to do anything. They're already backing off. And now the second turret of the game falls. Ezreal takes it away. GLP done on the Malphite. He has GLP but no Glacial Augment. And Taric has Glacial Augment but like nothing else. I mean, in case he's wondering, no, it doesn't work with Gauntlet because Gauntlet is not an active. You don't just shoot out Rays of Frost on top of a patch of ice. How does that even work? So, what does actually work with Glacial Augment? Oh, Shark! Bard gets lashed, so he's gonna die around the portal. And now Ezreal has to be a bit sneaky here. See, Slovenian champions active items, shoots a freeze ray through them. 7 to 4 seconds per unit. Oh, he does get this solo kill onto that Shaco. That's actually a very valuable shutdown. Shaco gets his 2nd death of the game. And he actually drops a pretty massive shutdown streak. That's pretty huge. They are going to go for this Herald. 17.5 minutes in. They will get this before it despawns. Unless Mordekaiser has something to say about it. He pulls the Taric away. And now a scuffle starts. Fizz is jumping in as well. They're not finishing the Herald. Fizz is going to jump in. Red team steals it. They do get the Herald. And the Malphite Slam comes in. Master Yi's in so much trouble. He's going to die. Annie Tibbers comes in and stuns up too. But the rest of the team fight is already over. 2 for nothing essentially. And red team picks up that Herald on top of it to add insult to injury. Blue team steals 1. They'll steal 1 right back. Except Herald is worth so much more than a singular dragon. Unless if that dragon was soul or something. But here comes the Herald. It's going to be dropped. This tower is not long for this world. That's going to be an uncontested charge. And that's going to kill this tower straight up. The tower does die. But Varus is going to get caught out by a Shaco. There's no chance. That Duskblade damage is just so much. Varus gets overwhelmed. He does get the tower but trades his life for it. Herald does get killed off. Only killing a tier 2, but red team gets Drake off the back of that. So far ahead already, 6.6k lead, good lord. And so much of that are on their backline pops, like Fizz is super fed and so is the Shaco. The rest of the team doesn't even matter then. Malphite presses R, dies, and then the rest of his team can clean house. They definitely have the damage to just burst down several vital members. I don't understand what the Master E and Taric were trying to do this game. These are very... I'm not even going to say unconventional. The word I'm going to pick here is suboptimal choices for their respective roles. Master E top just... no. It's just a huge no. Similarly to Taric jungle. Taric jungle is probably the less troll of the two, to be honest. Oh wait, Righteous Glory. Does that actually proc Glacial Augment? I didn't consider Glory, because Glory does have a slow component. We'll see if he ever decides to pop it. Is he gonna pop it? Cosmic Radiance will come down. It's gonna cover the Master E. But Master E was busy running away, so the Shaco is just gonna die. It does work with the Glacial Augment, but that's not enough. That's not close enough. And the duel drops once again up top lane. Yeah, I don't understand what they're trying to do this game. I really don't. When you pick champions that aren't meant to be in the roles that they are in, they will just feed. Like, they're suboptimal for a reason. They shouldn't exist in their roles because other champions do that job way better, and you start with such a massive handicap. And you get very easily exploited like this, and now red team picks up free Baron. 20 minutes in, on the spawn. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Honestly, like, nobody on blue team has had enough to justifiably win this game from their position. Like, it seems weird that the strongest member on their team is Annie. Considering the lineup they drafted themselves, you wouldn't expect Annie to be the most fed. It does mean that it's very awkward for them to do anything right now. They can't possibly team fight. They can't really make effective picks right now because red team just has so much escapes on their strong members. You can't contest objectives because everyone's so far behind. The only objective they secured this entire game, well, if we're counting the one tower, then that's still just the Varus. Varus stole Dragon. Varus killed the only tower in the game. But even the Varus hasn't been having the best game ever, considering that the Malphite just presses R and he dies. Or the Shaco just pounces on him, he dies. Or the Fizz sharks him and he dies. Like, there's very little things they can actually do to protect any semblance of a backline. Which sounds so weird. They have Taric and Bard. If it's one thing they can do is keep people alive. But they're finding it very difficult to do that right now. They can't possibly out-teamfight red team in their current state. Oh, but here comes a catch. Is this gonna settle something? No, it's just a Shaco. And he unfortunately doesn't have enough burst. It's very close to finishing him off. Even with an electrocute proc, that's not gonna be enough. Oh, flash, tendril, Fizz is gonna Zions immediately. It is on point. They do get the shutdown. Beautiful dazzle. If it was any slower, Fizz would have troll pulled away and be just fine. Excellent chain from Mars to start it off, and really props to Taric there. I flamed it all game, but credit where it's due. That was a really good stun. Very, very good timing. Locking down the Fizz, and that's a very good shutdown. Wiping out Baron on Fizz, well, wiping out Baron buff on Fizz, as well as picking up some shutdown gold. That matters. That definitely matters. And now they're gonna go bot. They're gonna look for the Shaco, but Shaco just barely evades the sweeper, so he's just gonna make his way out of there for free. And the 3-man top push is beginning here. They have to send some people back. They choose their 2 clowns on the top side of the map. Well, at least they can do one job, but albeit barely. Master Yi just getting chunked out by Mystic shots all day long. Smart Muramana. Muramana's done, Iceborne's done. Jesus, that's brutal. Like, what does the Master even do here? I feel like he finished play like 10 minutes ago and hasn't bought anything new. He's so slow at getting items this game. And granted, Righteous Glory activates Glacial Augment. I'll admit, I completely forgot that item can't do it. But why did you build Glory? It would be my question, I guess, because in the current state of blue team, if you glory your team and run in there, that's just a glorified food truck for the red team. You're really not gonna find anything valuable out of that. And speaking, as we're talking, red team approaches Soul Point. They just claimed their third Drake. Wow, that's some brutal damage. That was just Urchin Strike too, and it takes Bard to half. Oh, Master Yi gets caught out here. Oh my god, the True Shot Barrage went wide! It got fired backwards, but it doesn't even matter. Ezreal kills off the Master Yi before Cosmic Radiance can come down. And now the Taric is alone. Wait, that's a spectator glitch. I can't see his Mystic Shots. Oh, then maybe his True Shot didn't go wide. It just went invisible. Why are these invisible? I need to be able to see them. Varus gets kidnapped into the Death Realm. Mordekaiser's just gonna make mincemeat out of him. He's trying his best to kite around, but it's not gonna be enough. He flashes onto the Bard and kills him off too. That's gonna be a double kill. That's gonna be a triple kill at this rate. Ezreal does take it away, but so far 4 for 0. Only Annie's alive in a brutal sequence of events. No QSS. He was actually working on it, which is tragic. Unless he just bought that as he died. I think that would have been more likely that he bought it as he died. But in either case, no QSS means that Mordekaiser locks him down and kills him off. I don't think this QSS will be up in time to matter. I really don't. This is already going to be 2 inhibs gone. Are they going to go for number 3? No, they're gonna rotate back for Baron because it's gonna spawn in 40 seconds. Bard? Come on. No, it's not gonna be it. Red team is gonna get the Baron. Baron number 2. It's very hard to see a world where red team loses this game. Now, speaking of the funnel, well, it's not really a funnel anymore. It's more like a bottle of water with the cap off, collecting rainwater, hoping some drops land in it. There's no funnel. But this is a slow drip feed of income, I guess. Master Yi completes his second item of the game. It's Hex Drinker, not even Maul. Applause. Applause all around. Title your video. Okay, I'm waiting for your title suggestion. I'm waiting for your title suggestion. What is it? Funnel Taric. Yeah, that's what I was planning. That's exactly what I was planning to title it. You don't have to tell me to do it. I will. Actually, it might have been slightly very... I was thinking titling it like, is it funnel or not? The newest game show or something. Because right now, it clearly isn't... whatever the hell they're doing is not a funnel. And as the game is about to end, I think we've come to the conclusion that this was the latter case that I predicted, and nobody on blue team that's a part of this funnel knows how to play a funnel. I had to imagine that was their intention. I can't possibly see a world where they win Master Yi top and then Taric jungle's like, yeah, let's just play normally. Because what is the use case for that? Ooh, they're actually going to win this fight in their own base. They actually kill off 3 with no casualties. That's amazing. But then again, Shaco wasn't even in that fight. He was just off bot killing towers. That was an overdive from Fizz. He does get locked down and killed off. But here's the thing, it doesn't even matter. This is more like, this is not even winning a battle. This is more like, oh my gosh, a frantic Kai's is not gonna be enough. But why are these projectiles invisible? That's so annoying. What the heck? This is not even like a... it's not even David and Goliath. It's more like temporarily setting back a kill train. But, you know, the train is still coming. In fact, they're gonna end the game. Oh man, you kill them 3 for nothing, and then you just immediately lose the rest of the team fight, and the game just ends. My god, what a brutal display. Just shameful, really. Is it funnel or not? I guess, I mean, we have our answer by now, but wow. Wow. don't do this, whatever you're doing.